Okay, so welcome everyone. We are recording, and the topic of tonight is I did a little promo video for you guys. Hopefully you saw it. But Brian, he's going to talk about some things that he's doing with his challenge groups to finish the year strong, and hopefully that'll all give us some ideas, and we can discuss if other people are doing other things with their challenge groups. And then I am going to talk about, how to prep and prepare for the EDD Obsession, right? That's what we need to be doing in December. We got to understand the packs and when they're coming out and how to market them to new customers and coaches, and, how to maximize a little obsessed and plan our challenge groups for the end of the year. So I will turn it over to Brian first, and he'll get us started.
Cool. Thanks, Greg. I'm looking forward to seeing that. You're going to be able to share those slides too after
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll tell you guys a little bit before I talk about my groups, how I kind of run them, what I'm doing in December and what I'm going to do in January. Let's backtrack all the way to how I'm getting people into my groups. And before this call, Samara and I had a call, and we talked about these things. So, and the biggest thing is what I do with my groups whenever I open up a new group is I want to market it to my current customer base, and I also want to market it to a cold market. And so those are the two things that I do. So I market it to my current customer base, and also to they're my customers, but they're also customers that I haven't had contact with in a while. But it all boils down to lists, and I know you guys have heard that, right? You need to have a list. You constantly need to have a list of new people. Now, however you want to divide it, you can have a list of people that current prospects. You can have a list of your customers. You can have a list of people whatever kind of call to action you're doing with any of your posts, or even face-to-face interactions, or doing things like Samara is doing with fit clubs and with newspaper articles and things like that, columns. But you need to have some sort of call to action so you can collect information, email address, name and email address. It's gold. That's gold. So then you can plug them into your list. So for everyone, number one priority with this business is building your list of contacts. Okay, they don't have to be customers of yours already, on Beachbody, but you have to have a list. You have to be able to market to somebody, and you always have to keep growing that list. Okay, so that's what I do with my groups. So whenever I have a new group that is opening up, the first thing that I do is I run an email campaign to all of my current customers, letting them know about the new group that's coming up. And I don't do a fancy campaign with fancy graphics. I have my monthly newsletter that Greg's wife provides for many of the coaches on Team Engage, which is an awesome newsletter. And of course, I include all of the stuff that's coming up that month in my monthly newsletter. And that one is glitz and glamour with graphics and, so on and so forth. But for my groups, it's just a simple, actually text email. This way I could avoid some of the spam filters just by sending a text email and having a little bit about the upcoming group. Sometimes I talk about the previous group or the current group that we're in, and how many people are in it, and that we're finishing up, and the amazing results that everyone's getting, and some positive things about the current group. And then I say we're doing it all over again in our next group. So I send out that email to all my current customers. What I also do is for social media, for my cold market, is I will run an ad. And I actually just started my ad today. This time I'm boosting it. I try different things. So I'm going to see how boosting it to people who like my like page and also their friends. I'm not spending a ton of money. I'm spending $5 a day over the next 4 days to get this out there. And it's always a call to action. So in that posts that I have, I'm always pointing people to my form to enroll, if they want to be in the group, to get to my form, because I'm collecting their name and I'm collecting their email address. So even if they don't join the group, doesn't matter. I have their information. I can market to them in the future, maybe January 1st, right? When everyone's making that resolution, but that's what you need to do. That's what I do. And I think that's what all of you guys need to be doing, is keep building that list. Now, as far as the groups go, we just did a very successful group. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it, get some ideas from it. We called it Harvest for Health. A couple of my coaches who are leaders in the group are on this call. Samara, Carrie, I saw Wendy. There's Wendy. iPhone Wendy. And we run the groups together. And I know you guys are in challenge groups. You might be in Greg's group doing it. It's raining. Really hard. And what we do is we each take turns making a pin post, and we run it on the Challenge Tracker app. Don't do it on Facebook. We do it on the app. I just like it better, right? You guys like it better. It's easy to use, and it's easy to get people in there. And there's I wish there was more things you can do with it. Hopefully that's coming. But that's what we use for our group. We each take turns posting. I create a schedule for all of the coaches so everybody knows when they have to post that day. And we do themes. We do different things each group. So that's key. If you're running groups, is that you want to make sure that you're doing things, that you're not running the same group every single time, that you're doing things a little bit different. So the group that's ending now, my Harvest for Health group, or our Harvest for Health group, the group before that, we actually did, was that our Health Bet group? The one before that? I think so. I think it was our Health Bet group, where if some of you guys remember the Beachbody Health Bet, they need to bring that back. That'd be great for January. But the Beachbody Health Bet was you would win a pot of the money, whatever Beachbody put in and how many challenge packs were sold, blah, 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 like $2 million, and it would be split up by everybody who posted their Shakeology 7 days a week and posted their workouts at least 5 days a week. And then you would get, and I think the last Beachbody Health Bet was like $20 each that we got, or something like that. But group before that, we did our own health bet, and the prize was you had to post the requirements were you had to post your Shakeology 7 days a week. You had to do your workout 7 days a week. You had to be perfect, okay? Even if it's a rest day, you just post that you did your rest day. And then everybody who did that in the group, at the end of the group, will get into a drawing, and the winner would get their next shipment of Shakeology free. So that's what the winner got. They got a free Shakeology for the month. So because we always do prizes in our group all the time. Usually, like every Sunday, we give away something little. But that was like the big prize there. It was our own health bet. And that's how we marketed it, was health bet group. In Harvest for Health, we just had regular prize drawings every Sunday. We would give something away, but what we did this time was a decade celebration for Harvest for Health. So each week we had a different decade, and we all shared pictures from that decade, or favorite things about that decade, the music, the TV shows, the movies, and it was really cool. We started with the 60s. Now, not many of us were around in the 60s, except for Carrie. She was in her 20s in the 60s. So, and then we went the next week. It was the 70s. Talking about pop culture from the 70s, all things like that. And everyone had a great time doing that, because once we hit like the 80s, people were then posting pictures of what they looked like in the 80s and pictures of their kids who were younger. And then in the 90s, and then we hit the 2000s. So every week, things with the groups I like is that at the start of the group, people know exactly what to expect. They don't know, specifically what's going to happen. There's always little surprises there, but they kind of know what to expect. So, they knew, that we were celebrating all the different decades and what was going to happen. And things like that. So it's fun and exciting. You know, people were like, well, I can't wait till they get to the 2000s because I have so much to share then. And, you know, so it kept people engaged. That's the whole thing. Engagement, keeping people engaged. Our number one thing as a coach is we want people to get those results. So we always have to lead with that. We always have to lead with fitness and nutrition and Shakeology. We always have to make sure that we're talking about that in the groups, but we also want to do fun things. We want to keep people engaged. You know, and these are just some ideas that we do. So for this next group, usually I run a 60-day group, 60-day premier group. This one is going to be a 30-day because it's only going to be the month of December. And what I'm calling it is the year-end resolution group or the end-of-year group. And our theme, and we always have a theme for each group, is just to finish strong. This is the group where we're going to finish strong. So I was thinking about that, finish strong. So what could we do in this group, finish strong? And I got an idea from when Greg and I went to leadership with one of the coaches there who was talking about how she runs her group. And she does a group where she gives them a challenge every single day, that they do a fitness challenge or a nutrition challenge. And the way that the fitness challenge works is that it will get posted. And then, for example, say that the challenge is push-ups. Okay, so as soon as the challenge gets posted, the first person to comment, they do one push-up. That's all they have to do is one, in addition to their normal workout that they're doing. And then the second person, they see the challenge, they see one person, or Carrie already did one push-up, but nobody yet posted. So now I got to do two. And then the next person that posts sees that, they have to do three. And the next person 4, so on and so forth. So that theme of finish strong, we're going to finish strong, and we're going to have these daily challenges where it's going to be in addition to your workouts. And we're also going to work in some nutrition challenges in there too. I haven't got that quite figured out, but we'll figure it out. And maybe some other challenges, guys, where it's like, how many people can you make smile today? You know, something like that. Something that it doesn't have to be fitness related, or you know, how many people can you help today? And tell us about one person that you went out of your way for it to help, and what did you do? You know, so things like that. So we're going to finish out the year strong with our workouts, with personal development, with our nutrition, and we're only going to do it for 30 days because then in January we'll go back to our 60-day format, and then that is going to be all about being obsessed, and obvious, you know, reason for that. But that's how we do our groups. I don't do it alone. If I had to do this alone, there's no way that I could do it. So you guys that are on the call, Wendy, Carrie, Samara, you guys do an awesome job in the group. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. But that's how we do it. We run it as a team. So if you want to run your own group, bring your coaches along with you to run it together as a team. If you're in one of Greg's groups and you're not a leader in the group, say, hey, Greg, you know, give me some stuff to do. I want to be part of this group, even if you don't have any of your own customers in the group, because it's still great practice for you to get into that mindset, for you to make sure that you're doing everything possible so that you can grow. You know, it's if you're feeling discouraged, I posted this in my coach group today. What's the one thing you can do if you're feeling discouraged about anything? That one thing you do is you encourage someone else. So whenever you're feeling discouraged, I want you to go and encourage someone else. And the more people you encourage, the less you're going to be discouraged. So any questions on any of that? Kind of gave you my game plan that I have set up for the next 3 months. So this 30-day group, and then I've already have that 60-day group already, you know, set up. So the next 3 months are planned out. So that's one thing that you guys have to, you know, do too, is planning out what you're going to be doing for the next 3 months going into 2018.
How are you working in the 80-day obsession with that?
That is something that we're going to have to work on. going to do it. There's definitely going to be a group. It's definitely going to be obsessed group. Now my groups are multi program, so you don't have to be doing 80-day obsession to be in the group. So we're going to work it where the group is going to be appealing towards everyone who's doing 80-day obsession, but people who are not, they're not going to feel left out, that they're still doing their own program.
Okay. And then you'll add them into our team 80-day obsession group or whatever.
Yeah, if they want, of course. Of course. We're going to have our team-wide 80-day obsession group, and that one is going to be specific to 80-day obsession. So that's what you have to be doing if you're in that group. You don't deviate from the program.
Okay, cool. Great.
You don't do Body Beast in the You're Clean Week group. That's
good.
I saw your post today.
Yes. So I mean, we also have a Engage Premier group that we run on Facebook, though, and I think most of you guys are in it, right? Armando kind of handles our schedule and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to participate in that group as a coach, just contact Armando and he'll get you added on the schedule. And we used to give away prizes and all that stuff, like Brian was saying, but we seem to have the same people in there, engaging every single month, and most of them were coaches. So we're like, we're done giving away prizes to coaches. So we stopped that.
Well, we used to do only to customers. We used to give away prizes only to customers. Coaches weren't eligible for it. And then as our coach base grew, as we got more coaches in the group, I said, we got a lot of discount coaches. I said, we're just giving a prize to anybody. If you earn it, you earn it. We're going to have a drawing and, give away stuff. Now, a lot of the stuff that I give away is, stuff like I just did an order for Andrea, because my wife, her business center, I don't have hardly any customers under her. She's Diamond, but it's all coaches, that's under her, and coaches. So she's, that account, my business center there is all volume. It's volume producing bonuses every single week. That's my wife's business center. But I do have to maintain it, and I have to make sure that I'm getting 100 personal volume every single month. So now what I do is I order stuff for 100 volume, and with the sale, the Black Friday sale, or not even Black Friday, right? It's just a regular sale. Mm-hmm. So that stuff is so cheap. Now, I know everyone has BOD, right? But, it's pretty cool to win, a shrink-wrapped copy of a program, Country Heat, right? So, that's kind of the stuff we give away. Or I'll order Daily Sunshine for the 90 PV, and then give away 2 packets as a prize, Daily Sunshine or Energized packets, things like that.
Yeah, good idea. Also, what I would do is I would always order, if I wanted an extra shipment of Shakeology, I would do the multi-box or whatever, and order that through Amanda's account, right? And then I would have all those packets that I could give away to people who were interested, or sell for $5 a packet. Sometimes I would do that. But it was great to have, especially if you meet people who are interested in Shakeology, but they don't want to buy a whole bag. Just, you say, here's a couple packets, to give them a recipe to go along with it. Yeah, it was definitely great to have. And I still have packets on hand if ever I need to send some out, so. Mm-hmm. All right. Before we talk about the 80-day obsession, does anybody have anything to add or ask Brian?
I just wanted to say, when I came in May, those like the decade thing now, and when I came in, there was something else with pictures. So it really helped me as a customer get to know people pretty quickly. That's definitely an advantage of that kind of style, because then when people are sharing their pictures or pictures of their animals and stuff like that, created a connection with people pretty much right away. I felt really a part of the group, you know, because people are posting pictures of their animals, and, you know, and then the decade one, just you get to know people on a different level. So I think it really, really steers getting to know people in, you know, in this group that you never actually meet.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know that you guys do the Snap, what is it?
Snapchat Shakio.
Filters, right, for Shakeology. And I did that in my group this month. And I didn't have, it was like, I think it was like me and Tara and like maybe one other person that were doing it. But, you know, hopefully it'll get better. Yeah, I'll take it.
Are you telling people how to use Snapchat? Because you have to make sure they know.
Well, no, I said that they could use like Messenger because it does it too, or Snapchat or whatever. But no, I didn't like give them instructions. You know, if you have a video of instructions, yeah, send it over to me.
I do.
I'll share it. Actually, I have to get it myself because I don't have Snapchat. So.
You don't have Snapchat?
No, I use the Messenger app, and that has all of them too. Snapchat's dead. It's going away. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me start the presentation. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yep.
In presentation mode, hopefully. Okay, so I got these slides from corporate, and I assume they'll probably be doing some kind of video or instruction to go along with these slides, but I'm giving you guys a sneak peek or an advanced peek at these slides on how to prepare for the 80-day obsession. And you can tell that corporate is, you know, really starting to get in front of programs. You know, they're kind of learning. You know, I don't know if most of us were around, like, you know, let's say when Shift Shop was launched, right? It's like, you know, you really didn't hear too much about it, right? There was the test group, but you didn't really hear too much about it from corporate until it launched, right? And there were no packs to go along with it, no additional, there wasn't like the week sneak peek that was launched ahead of time, or packs or anything like that. So corporate is really trying to get in front of things. They're trying to do training for coaches. They're trying to offer packs to boost volume and get, you know, people to make additional purchases. They're trying to, you know, obviously they're launching the week-long sneak peek, which, you know, will be out for a whole month really before it launches, so that we can generate buzz and excitement and get everybody doing it, right? So I think, you know, all are great things. So things that you need to do is you got to understand the packs, okay? And the program, obviously. I think most of us have done the sneak peek. If you haven't done the sneak peek yet, you guys have to do it, okay, when it comes back. And you really need to study the packs, okay? I'm going to show you the packs like tonight, but I don't know if you guys saw, hopefully, did everybody see the file that I published this week, which gives you the packs? It's in the Engage group under Files. Go study those packs because it's kind of complicated, and there's like 3 different flavors for 3 different types of people or customers or coaches, and I'll talk about those tonight. But you really need to know, you know, and understand them so that you can offer them to the right people, right? To maximize, you know, your volume, your income, and also to give them everything that they need or want or may want, you know, for the program. So number 2 is you have to identify the customer segments that I'm going to talk to create a plan, right? So you have to understand who you're going to talk to and who you're going to market each type of pack to, and then you got to execute that plan. All right, so understanding the program, you know, we've done the sneak peek, but you got to understand that it's it's a live program that was filmed over 3 months, right, by Autumn and her crew. All right, so Beachbody's never done this before. This is not like any other program. I mean, you might think, oh, well, P90X is a 90-day program, so it's like that. No, P90X is 13 workouts that repeat, right? That are on a schedule. This is 80 unique workouts, okay? All filmed 80 consecutive days, all right? And I know a lot of coaches who were in the test group, and they all tell me that they were sore every single day of the 80 days, all right? You know, it mainly works like abs and booties, so it's, you know, mainly geared towards women, but I'm sure guys will get a lot out of the program too. Like, I mean, I did it. I love the bands and the discs. It was fun, you know, and I was dying. Me and Brian did it at Leadership. I was like, you know, definitely felt it the next day. So it was a good workout. But you definitely need to tell people that they got to be in it for the 80 days. And like a lot of course, she'll do like the same moves, or maybe it'll even be the same workout. Maybe she'll call it, I don't know, booty core or whatever, right? But she will increase the intensity or change it up from week to week. So it's not exactly the same. Maybe it's more reps, maybe it's longer, maybe it's, you know, whatever. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. And something else that she does is she talks about the nutrition, right? And and the like Shakeology and the performance line is baked into the program, right? And she will be talking about that during the workouts, right? And also, her nutrition is not only the containers, right? It's of course the containers that are in 21 Day Fix and all the other programs, but it's also going to be timed, right? It's timed nutrition. So this is her whole thing, you know, especially with her countdown to competition and all the, you know, body competitions that she's been in. Time nutrition has been a huge thing for her, and people in the test group all testify that it really worked for them, you know. So it's not like carbs are a bad thing. They didn't cut out carbs. They just tell you when you can eat the carbs, you know, and maybe it's 30 minutes prior to your workout, you know, in the morning is when you can have your carbs, you know, your yellows. And so it still uses the containers, but she's going to tell you when you can eat those containers throughout the day and when exactly you need to have your energize and when you have your recovery and when you have whatever, right? So we need to impress that upon people, right? The importance of that, because that's going to determine, you know, whether they buy the packs or not, right? Because the packs are going to give them big discounts on not only all the equipment and the accessories, but also on the supplements, right? So if we tell people how important they are to her nutrition plan, they're going to be more apt to want to buy them, at least to try it, you know, if not, you know, get the whole 80 days up front, and they can save like $200 on their supplements. So, what else? It's going to feature we all know a 5-day prep program called A Little Obsessed that we already got to do. So the key dates are the product pack launch is 12/14. A Little Obsessed launch is 12/20. And that Little Obsessed launch is going to stick around until it's released, okay, on 1/15. Okay, so that means that what we all should do is what we all should start doing, like during the month of December, is building excitement, marketing to our people, creating lists, you know, planning ahead, you know, having that pre-launch list where, you know, like Brian said, send out a form to all your customers, have them fill it out if they're interested. You know, then you can get their emails and you can strike up conversations like who wants to be in this group, right? And then, you know, we already have our little obsessed group on Facebook, right? We can start, you know, another round of little obsessed from 12:20 to 1:15, right? Where we talk about, you know, the program that's coming out, and people will start getting the packs, and the eating plan will be released on 1/8, so people can start prepping meals, and we can start talking about that and all that good stuff. So, you know, even though the program doesn't officially launch until 1/15, we can market it, you know, starting mid-December and start planning, you know, getting people into that Little Obsessed launch group, right? So, okay, so identifying the customer segments. So there's 3 types of customers. There's the new customer or coach, right? New people who are getting started with Beachbody, right? And then you've got your existing customers and coaches, and they break down into 2 different types, right? Those who are already on Shakeology and BOD, and then those that are on BOD only, right? So you got to have a different marketing strategy depending upon who you're talking to. Okay. So if you're talking to an existing customer or coach who is on Shakeology already, right? You've already sold them the All Access Challenge Pack with Shakeology. They can still get the accessory performance bundle, right? That gives them all the recovery that they're going to need, all the energizer that they're going to need. It's going to give them the containers. If they don't have it already, they'll get another one. It doesn't matter. They'll get the bands, they'll get the discs, they'll get the printed collateral, or they could just get the accessory bundle without the supplements. All right, so let me show you. Here's the price breakdown. So this one is big, right? I mean, the first one with all the supplements, it's, you know, $356 regular price. But remember, these are going to be on sale in December and probably in January, okay? So you will get a price discount, or customers or coaches will get a price discount. They'll save $10 or whatever. You know, so that's still good. And you can see the savings there, right? So, you know, they're going to save $138, you know, by buying it all in bulk up front. If they go for the huge pack, right? And the best part is look at that TV, PV, and then commission. You're going to get an $89 commission off of that mega pack. All right. And then off of just the accessory bundle, you get $15. Okay. So, I mean, just think about $90. I mean, just think about like how many people that you've sold a challenge pack to, you know, hopefully a lot for some of you coaches that have been around for a while. And, you know, can you imagine getting $90 from each one of those? That would be a huge commission potential, right? And that's from existing customers. So you can find your existing customers by going into the coach online office. Okay, let's see. Understand the EDD Obsession Packs. Any existing customer. So this is an existing customer who is on BOD only, but not Shakeology. So they've got the mega pack. They got the combo pack, which gives Shakeology and a one-time performance stack for them to try. And then there's the basic, right? Which is just Shakeology or performance challenge pack. So that's what we have now pretty much, right? It's it's going to be $140. I mean, look at all that stuff. Look at the basic one. Look at all that stuff that they're going to get for $140. They're going to get, I mean, that's basically like the all access pass right there, right? I mean, they're getting all access to BOD, right? They're getting the collateral, the discs, the bands, Oh, but they're not getting BOD, right? They already have BOD. Okay, that's my confusion. But anyway, it's only $140, so it's only $10 more than if they were getting Shakeology by itself, right? If they were just buying Shakeology, it would be $130. So for $10 more, they're going to get Shakeology plus everything else.
So you can even, like, and sometimes I market this way with that basic pack. You know, if you're, I don't know, maybe you're going to do it with the next slide, but if you have someone who's already on Shakeology, what they can do is they're already spending, if they're a customer, right, you're spending $130 a month on your Shakeology. So for $140, you know, you can cancel your current Shakeology and then start it up again with the basic pack. And for $140, you start your Shakeology. So for $10 more than what you would have spent, you're getting the bands, you're getting the slides, you're getting another cup, and you're getting the printed materials.
Yes. Yeah, corporate will never tell you to do that, but we'll tell you to do that. You can do that, okay? Now, you won't get 2 more Success Club points from the same customer, right? You can only you can only get 2 Success Club points per customer. Now, of course, if they signed up with a different email address, then but they already have BOD, so that really doesn't work anymore. But what you can do is you can have them sign up as a coach, right? So you could have already gotten 2 Success Club points for them as a customer, and I would try to sell them on, why don't you become a coach, right? You're going to save 25% going forward. You know, cancel your existing Shakeology, sign up for the bundle, right? It's $140, and you get to become a coach for free, right? And so you're only going to be paying $10 more than you would have paid for your Shakeology anyway, like Brian said. And by becoming a coach, you're going to save 25% going forward. And then you are going to earn 2 Success Club points, because you're going to you can earn 2 from a new coach. So basically, you get 2 from them when they signed up as a customer, and you can get 2 when they sign up as a coach. Does that make sense, guys? That's like a no-brainer. I mean, if you got anybody on Shakeology, pitch them that idea. That is gold, okay? Now, but we don't want to just pitch in general to BOD customers, right? We don't want to just give them like, oh, here's the basic 140, right? Because then you're missing a potential gold mine, right? It's like, you definitely want to tell them about the mega pack and the combo pack where they can try their performance, right? They get Shakeology and a one-time of the performance stack plus everything else for, what does it say, $200, right? You're going to get, you know, that at that reduced price, you're going to get a $65 commission off of that, you know, plus 2 Success Club points. And if you give somebody all 3 options, I think research shows that most of the time people are going to pick the middle option, right? So instead of just getting $140 or just selling them the $140 one, you're going to sell them the $200 one by giving them 3 options, you know? And you might have some people that want the performance line. Maybe they already do the performance line. You know, anybody that already does Shakeology and the performance line, I mean, the mega pack is kind of a no-brainer. Like, why not get it all up front and save, what, $215, you know? If somebody, instead of somebody getting it every single month, just buy it in, you know, buy it all up front and save $215. That's a huge incentive. And you're going to get $130 bonus, okay? $130. That's awesome, guys. So let's look at the next one. Okay. So if you want to know how do you find your BOD customers, every single month, Beachbody Corporate will send you a list of your BOD only customers, right? I think they give you BOD and Shakeology, right? I get it every single month. Does everybody get their report every single month?
I don't get it at all.
Okay, well, you need to contact Coach Relations, because I get mine every single month and it goes out to every single coach. So if you're not getting it, you need to, like, you know, start raising some hell.
Yeah, I do.
Because I get it every month. The last one went out on 11/21. which I don't think I saw the one on 11/21, so I need to ask them about that one. But I've gotten them like every month for the past 4 or 5 months, and I'll do custom messaging to every single one, and emails to them, offering them upgrades and stuff like that. But if you're not getting them, definitely contact Coach Relations. All right, or definitely check your spam folder first, right? Just to make sure. Look at your spam folder on 11/20 or 11/21 or whatever, just to make sure that you didn't get it. Okay, so new customers or coaches. Here's the packs. You still have the mega pack, the combo pack, the basic pack. It also includes the BOD All Access, so each pack is like $30 more than the previous pack. I mean, the previous ones that we just saw on the previous screen. So other than that, everything is the same. So it's just going to be a little more expensive, but you're going to earn bigger bonuses, right? So $143 for the mega pack to somebody who doesn't have anything, or $85 for the middle one. And that's pretty awesome to earn $85, for the middle one, which most people will hopefully buy. And then the basic, right, is $60 commission. Any questions about those packs, guys? No? Okay. So key selling points, obviously bring up the savings, especially if anybody, wants to do the performance line, and, make sure you tell them all about the performance line and the timing and all that good stuff. Tell them that they get everything that they need to fully experience the program. Take advantage of the limited time pre-launch pricing, right? That $10 savings, right? You don't have to tell them it's only $10. Just say it's at a reduced price for a limited time, okay? Experience the complete Beachbody solution or your money back. And that's important, guys, because a lot of times we don't tell them about the money back, right? But Beachbody gives a 30-day money back guarantee, right? So if they don't like Shakeology, the performance line, whatever, they can send it back, they get their money back. And then obviously invite them to join your group, our group that we're going to be running together. We'll have prizes and make it fun and all that good stuff. Okay, key selling point for coaches. Let's see, access to the coach-only program mentorship group. I guess Autumn is going to run her own group. If you want to be part of that, I guess you need to purchase, one of these packs to have access to that group. Let's see, incredible savings, get what you need, leverage the launch, but I would say bottom line, guys, what you want to do is you want to be sure to reach out to every single customer you have. You want to identify them as BOD, Shakeology, or none of the above, and reach out to them differently, on how you approach them. And, hype up the program, try to get them interested in our groups. And now I know a lot of you guys have coaches, right? And I bet you that most of your coaches are probably discount coaches. Maybe some of them are no longer engaged. This is the perfect time. I mean, don't just send them an email, like reach out to them, like on Facebook, or call them or text them. And just if you haven't heard from them a while or they're inactive, just try to strike up a conversation, invite them to do the EDD Obsession with you. Just try to get them re-engaged, I'm going to be reaching out to all my discount coaches, all my inactive coaches, just to try to get them re-engaged, because, you may have 4 or 5 or more coaches, right, that may be discount, may be inactive, whatever. But just think, if you can get every one of them to buy a pack, to get re-engaged, to get active, to get in your group, you know, what that could lead to. You know, it could lead to them, you know, getting in shape again, to getting healthy, to getting excited about Beachbody again, to wanting to work the business or whatever. Or it could just lead to more volume or more income for you. So, you know, definitely create a plan of every single person that you need to reach out to. Okay. Reactivating coaches. We kind of talked about that. And customers on Shakeology. Get them to commit, select in the accessories pack, have a place for them to order Shakeology. So here is they're calling the pre-order period from now until December 14th, where you can start contacting people and creating a list. And this is one of the files that I gave you guys and I uploaded to our files section of Engage. If you want a sheet that you can print out and you can start taking pre-orders and start tracking people, you can use this form. Maybe you want to create a Google form like Brian does, and that will automatically collect their information and their emails for people who are interested, you know. Maybe, you know, say people who want to pre-order get a prize or something like that, you know. The pre-launch period is December 14th to January 14th, and that's the point where they're launching the Little Obsessed, right? Well, Little Obsessed launches on the 20th, but the packs launch on the 14th, right? So people can start to get the packs, then they can do a Little Obsessed, and they can be part of our challenge groups. So you want to try to get as many people in the pre-launch period as possible. And then the post-launch is obviously, you know, after the 14th of January when it launches. You know, we'll still let people in our group, so you don't have to say, well, I mean, obviously we'd still let people in, but, you know, since we're all going to be doing it like day by day by day, it might, maybe they'll want to, you know, I don't know. It's like, or will they start at day one? Or Brian, what do you think? That would be kind of strange for this program if we're all starting, you know, day one on January 15th. What happens if somebody comes in on January 20th?
It's a very, very unique. Now, are they taking down the workouts after 24 hours?
No, I think they're going to leave them up. So they'll have an option of starting with day one, but see, everybody else in the group will be on day 5, right?
Right.
But you don't want to say, oh, you got to wait until February 28th till our next group, right?
Of course. No. You always get people into your group anytime, no matter what. So as long as they can do it, as long as the workouts are still there, and they can do day 1, everyone might be on day 10. Someone new comes in doing day 1, they could see what everyone's doing on day 10 and get excited about it on day 1, you know, to hit that level. You know, there'll be more people that will come in that will be on day 1. As long as the workouts are there, you got to let as many people as you can into the group at any time.
Yeah. So our group will be open. I think you know, obviously we want the majority starting on January 15th, and then we'll all do it together. And that'll be the most fun, I think. But if people want to come in later, you know, if you want to add new customers, coaches, that's fine. They can just start later than everybody else. So that's basically it. So any questions? Everybody have a plan? All right.
So what 80-day obsession, what is it? What is Autumn targeting, like with these workouts on your body again?
Your booty.
Okay.
Your booty and your core, I think. But you did the workout. It was basically full body, right?
It was. Upper body with the slides when we're in plank and stuff, yeah.
Right. But all you women who want to work on your booty, you know, and most women do for some reason. I don't understand why. You know, it's like, why do girls want big big butts. I don't know, but you know, you can market it to all of your friends. Hey, come get a big butt. Come to Beachbody. Isn't that the way it works? No? Okay.
I was gonna say, why do you think girls want big butts?
Well, they want to work on their booty, right?
Right, to make it smaller and toned.
Toned butts. Toned.
Toned, right.
Toned butts.
Yeah.
Lifted, yeah, Carrie. Lift, yes. Lifted, toned. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No mom butts. Mom jeans, all that.
Right.
Mom jeans.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be good. Start hyping it. Start, you know, we already have our group created, so we'll just reuse that group, and we'll plan on starting a little obsessed on the 20th in that same group that we have. So hopefully you guys are all part of our group. You know, if you're not, join our group. Facebook has this new feature. Did you guys notice that I pinned some recommended groups to the top of the engaged group? Isn't that cool? It gives you those little, yeah, so I got it pinned up there. So now people will know, right? You know, make sure you get your coaches in the group. I mean, all your discount coaches, all your inactive coaches, like strike up a conversation with them, see if they're interested in doing it, and get them into the group, you know. And then we can come up with, I'll put Brian in charge of like prizes and crazy, you know, ideas. What happened to your diva light, Brian? Where'd it go?
I turned it off because we were getting ready. Get ready to say goodnight.
All right. So that's it. Was there any comments? I see some comments. Okay. No. All right, guys, that's it.
I had a comment.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for attending our call. We'll see you next week. All right.
Good night, guys. Night, guys. Thank you.